Conservative New Media viewers and JLin fans around the world, we've got the wrap-up of tonight's 96-82 Houston Rockets victory over the Detroit Pistons in Houston, Texas. Now, this was a brilliant performance from JLin. Don't let the stats or the little points fool you on this. This was a great game for Lin, and we'll get into more of that in just a second. First, let me just tell you, we will have a full set of links in the video description below the video player, game, video highlights, box score, game stories, etc. And we will be covering JLin's post-game comments as soon as we can, whenever they come out. I'm not sure how long that'll take for Rockets.com to get them up, but we'll be on that. So look for that in a couple of hours. Now, the story of this game. Now, Detroit's not a great team. Okay, they're not a great team. That's why they were 0-6 coming into this game. But still, they're a professional team. They're in the NBA just like every other team is, just like Houston is. But this game was close at halftime. And after halftime, I think it got to about a 4-point spread. And then JLin, in my opinion, won this game for the Rockets because he got them on a spark and on a streak in the third quarter where they got onto like an 11-2 run, and it might have even gotten bigger than that. And that was all because of JLin. What you saw in that run was Lin had the ball in his hands, and he was making great decisions. He was finding guys. You saw him finding Beard on the fast break for dunk. You saw him finding Beard on the baseline cut for a dunk. You saw him finding Omer Asik for a dunk or layup. He was just making awesome decisions, and that was reflected in his stats. 8 assists, 0 turnovers. That's amazing. That's exceptional. That is great. Now, he's not going to have game after game with 0 turnovers, but he got it done tonight. And he didn't even play that many minutes tonight. And the reason why he didn't play a lot of minutes tonight is because, 1, it was a back-to-back game. 2, he's still recovering from the knee. And 3, they didn't need him. Against Detroit, who's not a great team, they didn't need him. So if you can get him some extra rest, then do that. And that's what they did tonight. But when Lin did play, he played great. He hit an open 3. He missed a couple threes, but that's okay. One thing I really like about Jeremy's shot is that he has a lot of arc on his shot. He has a high arc. Now, if you've seen or you know much about shooting the basketball, the better your arc is, the better chance you have of your shot going in general, all things otherwise being equal. And that's just because you're approaching the ball from higher up. It has a better chance of going through the rim. If you shoot a flat shot with little arc, your shot has to be perfect. If you shoot a high arc, you have more margin for error. Jeremy has a high arc, and that's going to help him become a better shooter as he continues to work on that aspect of his game. Now, I know James Harden, Beard, and we love Beard, and there was a little bit of Beard standing tonight. He had some good stretches. Beard's going to get a lot of the headlines tonight. He had like 20 points or whatever, and that's cool. That's cool. But I still believe the real star of this game was JLin. And one of the reasons why Beard did well in this game was because he played off the ball a little bit more. Off the ball means without being the dribbler, without the guy handling the ball. So Jeremy handled the ball more. Beard handled the ball less, and that meant that Beard could just get in positions to score more, like on the break with Lin feeding him for the dunk, like on the break with Lin feeding him for the and one layup. That's where Beard's at his best, and Jeremy is going to be better, and the team's going to be better when Jeremy's handling the ball more. And we've talked about that, and different people have said that. Again, Jeremy's still not up to full speed. He still is going to have to continue to work on his ball handling, because if you're going to get the responsibility of having the ball in your hands most of the time, then you have to be able to deal with that, which means he's going to have to be able to deal with the double teams on the pick and roll. He's going to be able to have to deal with the pressing and the trapping defenses like what Miami did against him in New York last year. He's going to be able to have to dribble to his left and finish with his left. And that'll come. It's not all going to happen immediately, but you saw he had some nice moves tonight in this game. He had some good layups where he went through traffic, crossover moves. It's starting to come. His explosiveness is starting to slowly come back. So that was great. was also just really pleased with how Lin and Beard worked together and played off of each other tonight. Again, the baseline cut, the fast break, etc. Also, Omer Asik is getting better. Now, we've been talking about how he's not quite, can't quite finish yet and this type of thing, but he was finishing better tonight. Now, you want to see him dunk more of these balls, but at least he's going up, getting layups, and making shots that he was missing a couple games ago. Also, Jeremy is doing better at finding him. We talked about this several videos ago when I said, look, when you have a new team and you're a point guard, you have to figure out where guys want the ball, when they want the ball, how to get them the ball in spots that they want it. And Lin's starting to do that. He had some really nice interior passes to Asik tonight, and you saw Asik being able to finish that. I think you will see Asik get better and better on offense, and that's going to help this team and make things easier for Lin and everybody on the team. Lin will continue to get better on finishing on his layups. You see what he does a lot of times now, which is he drives into the lane, he stops, he lets his man run by, and then he kind of does a step back and jumper or step back little layup. That's going to get better. He missed a couple of those shots tonight. In the future, you'll see him either just finish with the layup without doing the fake, or he'll hit the shots when he's doing the fake. This was overall a great performance for the team, a great performance for Lin. The team improves to 3-3 on the season. That's nice to get back to 500. One negative note about the team, or just a tough note, is head coach Kevin McHale had to take a leave of absence for family matters. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I heard somebody speculate that it has something to do with one of his daughters not being sick. Basically, I don't know. I can't speak to that, but he has taken an indefinite leave from the team, and right now, assistant coach Kelvin Sampson is coaching the team, and he coached the team tonight. Just on a side note, just about how important Jeremy Lin is for this team and for the league. If you were watching the game, you saw that at the scorers table, they'll run the advertisements to kind of rotate the advertisement. There were several of those ads that were in Chinese, and that's obviously, in my opinion, that's because of the presence of Jeremy Lin and the audience that might be watching the game. So people say, "Oh, Jeremy Lin's overpaid," and no, he's not. Jeremy Lin's going to make the Houston Rockets and the NBA a lot of money, in my opinion. So he's worth every penny and probably even more than what he's going to get paid. So that's it. This was a great game. Really happy, extremely, extremely happy with how Jeremy played tonight. He played an efficient, effective game. He will hit more of those shots, the open threes and the layups in the future as his body comes back. Those will be the last things to come back, will be the explosiveness that'll let him finish the layups and the open and the jump shooting. But everything else is starting to come. You saw him when he was in his little groove in the third quarter. You could see a little bit of the Linsanity flashes. I love it. This was a great win, and I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are excited as well. So comments below, thumbs up, thumbs down this video. Of course, you can come and join the Conservative New Media Facebook group. We'll have a link for that in the video description as well. Over 2,000 people there and growing all the time. Would love to have you come and join the discussion. I am Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. You're watching Conservative New Media. We strive to be the #1 YouTube Jeremy Lin fan channel for Lin news and information. That is all for now, but we will be coming back shortly with the Jeremy Lin postgame quotes and comments. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you soon.